Good morning. I'm Miss Malden from Steel Academy. We are on Tuesday, April 14th, and today we're going to read our story. First of all, we're going to go over our vocab words. So here is the first word. It is custom. A group of people has done something for a long, long time. So custom and like a tradition are kind of the same thing. So a custom is something you've done for a long, long time. Custom. Then we have liberty, to believe and act in the way that you think is right. Liberty. To have liberty over what you think is right, that you have the liberty to think that way, or the liberty of doing what's right instead of believing differently. Liberty. Varied, made up of different kinds of things. Varied, so different, many, a variety is varied and variety are kind of the same. Varied, made up of many different things. Greet, you meet them and you welcome them. Greet, so you're greeting them, welcoming them to Lahana, greeting them with a smile and a handshake, or greet. Journey, it is a trip. Journey. So when you go on a journey, you like take a trip to go see if your grandparents live in a different town, or aunts and uncles live in a different town. Journey. Torch, a piece of wood or a lamp on a pole, sometimes carried ceremonially. Torch, like in our story, the Statue of Liberty is carrying a torch. So torch. Okay, now we're going to read our story, The Statue of Liberty, and we're going to see what some of those pictures were about that we were talking about yesterday, that we were talking when we went through our story, our picture walk. And then we also remember that you need to be doing your sight words. I gave you a stack of them, and you've been adding to them every 2 weeks with new sight words to that group, okay? So make sure that you're doing your sight words also. You can use a Play-Doh that we gave you to do the sight words, create the sight words. You can trace them with a highlighter. Just make sure that you're doing them so that you know those sight words for the following year, okay? And reading those books is very important to our sight word books, okay? Reading these are very important. Okay, so we're going to go and we're going to read our story, okay? So, the first card. She stands in an island in a New York harbor with the torch held high in one hand. From head to her toes, she is tall and is as 15-story building. Her skin is made of copper and she weighs thousands of pounds. Her nose alone is about as long as you are tall. Who is she? She is the Statue of Liberty. She has greeted people coming to the United States for over 100 years. The Statue of Liberty is one of the most famous statues in the world. It was a gift to the people of America from the people of France. The statue was built to celebrate the friendship between the two countries. But today the statue stands for much more. Today the statue is a symbol of freedom and the liberty for all people. People have been coming and going to the United States from other countries for years. They come here to work, to raise families, and to make new homes. They have varied backgrounds, and they speak many different languages. These people are called immigrants. At one time, most immigrants traveled to the United States on a ship that sailed across the ocean. As they entered New York Harbor for the first time, the immigrants saw the Statue of Liberty. The towering statue seemed to be welcoming them to their new home. Long ago, many immigrants had to stop at Ellis Island, and the island is very close to the Statue of Liberty. At Ellis Island, immigrants were given a health exam and their papers were checked. Then, if everything was in order, they were free to start their new lives in the United States. Over 12 million people came to the United States this way. Today, Ellis Island is no longer a stop for immigrants. It is now a national monument with a museum that gives information about what life was like for all the immigrants who came to America long ago. So those are immigrants, the people who came to live in the United States. They wanted to come and be free and start over in the United States, in America. Immigrants. Because the Statue of Liberty was one of the first things people saw when they entered the United States, it has long been connected to immigrants and their journey to America. Emma Lazarus, a woman who helped raise money for the statue, wrote a poem in which the statue welcomes all people to America. The poem is called The New Colossus. A colossus is a huge statue. The poem includes the famous lines, Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled mass earnings to breathe free. Some people sometimes think that the poem is printed on the tablet that the Statue of Liberty is holding in her left hand, but it is not. Emma Lazarus' poem appeared on a plaque that is displayed in an exhibit at the bottom of the statue. The exhibit also includes other information about the history of the statue. So what does the tablet in the statue left hand really say? It gives the date of the American Declaration of Independence in Roman numerals. The date is July 4th, 1776. In 1984, some people work began on the Statue of Liberty. The statue was closed so that workers could clean it and make it stronger. The old torch was taken down and a new torch was put up in this place. The old torch was lifted from inside, but the new torch has thin sheets of gold on the flame. When the light shines on the golden flames, it looks like it is burning. Today, immigrants still come to the United States in great numbers. Some move from Canada and Mexico, others arrive in planes and boats from around the world. The new immigrants bring with them customs from the lands in which they were born. These customs help make America a unique and special place to live. Although the United States is no longer the first thing that most immigrants Although the Statue of Liberty is no longer the first thing that most immigrants see, when they arrive in America, the statue is still a symbol, a freedom of liberty. She reminds us of what makes America great, and she still welcomes all people to our land. All right. Well, that told us a lot about the Statue of Liberty, some things I didn't even know. So that'll be, we read the story today. We went over our vocab words. Tomorrow, we'll retell the story. I'll ask some questions, and you guys can stop the video and have answer them with your mom or your dad or brothers or sisters. One more thing before I go, I want you to remind you to do your sight word book. Where are we? And remember to highlight your two sight words in here, where and are. Make sure to color it. Make it look nice, coloring it nice. And then your moms or your dads or anybody can read this to you. Next week, I'll read it to you and we'll follow along, okay? So remember to do your work today and all those other things we talked about with your sight words and stuff, okay? I'll see you guys all tomorrow for the retell of our story. Bye-bye.